So, this is me recording from my phone. This is the second time I'm doing it. And I'm gonna try to follow some of the advice my husband gave me the last time after he listened to the audio with me. One of that being to keep my phone in a consistent position, sort of kind of away from my face, but not really. So, I've got it in a good space, I guess. Um, so with this audio, I've been sitting on different ideas for the last few weeks. And I just keep on thinking, I'm going to talk about this. I feel super strong about it. I'm going to talk about this. And then I'm like, nah. One thing I do want to say is that this, like my YouTube channel, what I want it to be, I don't want it to be um, YouTube drama. I don't want it to be art drama. I don't want it to be commentary drama. I watch that stuff. I don't want to be a part of that stuff. I just want to draw. I want to get my art out there just because I want to. I've never really had the drive as of recent years to want to get my art out as bad as I do now, but I do now. So that's why I created this channel. That's why I've been trying to kind of, I guess, get better with my drawings, even though they're not too bad. But I'm just in a place where I'm not necessarily, I'm good here, I'll stop here. I'm not there. That's not where I'm at. I'm at a spot where I'm like, this is good, but I can be better. Which is why this audio is going to go over a speed paint of me drawing my friend and attempting to use the lasso tool. That's the whole point. Like, I'm trying to move away from my previous way of coloring things where I would like follow the outline or the border with the ink brush, and then once I have a good fill in, then I would press the fill button and it would fill in that whole space. But there'd always be some kind of mistake. Colors would blend in with something else. It would not register. There'd be a small dot somewhere. With the lasso tool, it kind of fills in everything easier. It's just a little weird because it won't be as in the lines as I want it to be, but it's a little bit easier to just go back and like erase stuff. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't look absolutely retarded when I'm doing it. Like, I messed up because this is my, like, I'm trying to, I guess, achieve the look, or not the look, but I tried to achieve the skill. It's like there's a skill tree somewhere, and at the current level I'm at, I've had enough skill points to invest in the lasso tool, but I just never did. Now I'm putting it there. But in this game that I'm playing, called whatever, um, instead of you just get the skill and you're an instant master at it, you get the skill and you start at zero and you gotta work with the skill until you get it high enough where you're good at it. That's where I'm at. So, that's all well and good, right? Right. I guess what I want to talk about today is, I guess, expectations and wants, just to get it out there so that I can be honest with myself later on. Just tell myself, do not, you can't go back on this once you say it. That's what I try to do with myself. And it doesn't always work. It oftentimes doesn't. Actually, more times than not, if I say something out loud, I tend to not do it, which ends up making me want to just keep all my thoughts inside. And I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that, because if you keep it inside, then no one's going to know and no one's going to be able to hold you accountable. But then I do tell my thoughts out loud, and then nobody holds me accountable. And I'm like, well, that didn't get me anywhere. But who cares, right? Who cares? It's fine. I did a thing. I did a wonderful thing. Oh, man. And the wonderful thing happened. Boop. Boopity boop. Scoop. So what my expectations are that I want to be able to not necessarily get a good, what's the word I'm looking for? Schedule. Get a good schedule popping for this where I post consistently, because I don't even draw consistently enough where I'm like, yeah, I should be able to get that out there. I'm trying though. That could be a goal for next year. to attempt to get out a video at least a week because I do have subscribers now. I thank you very much for choosing to occasionally peek in on my face, or not my face, but my drawings and this voice of mine occasionally, because I don't think I can always do audio, at least until I get a proper microphone that's not just my phone. But for now, while it's this, who knows. Another thing I'm pretty sure I don't want to do is be scripted, because scripted videos sound nice, they're editorially good, they're pretty dope, they keep you on focus, they keep you on point, they give you a line and a transition so that you sound professional. But to me, I'm not being professional here. This isn't me advertising my YouTube channel to get a job. This is me advertising it as more of, not even advertising it, this is more over, I want my friends and family to see that I'm doing a thing. I want future people who like my art to see how I make it, because I know it's fascinating for people. That's why, in case you have a friend or are a friend who draws, whenever people see you on the streets with your sketchbook, they're always like, can I watch you draw for a while? Because they don't know how it works. They don't know how you do it, so they want to see it, which is why I'm glad I can finally show people with my speed paints. Another thing is, I used to do it a lot when I was younger, and I'm seeing it a lot more these days, but I don't want to have to come out and be like, as a this person, I feel like this. I do that in normal day-to-day conversations, and I low-key hate it. I hate that I have to identify myself so as to place myself in a conversation, so I'm going to try my hardest to not do that in future topics or videos. But something that's going to be kind of difficult is not trying to give my piece on like drama type things. If I were to, I'd keep it vague. Like whenever I watch Law and Order, I discuss something that happened in the video, like in the show, like in that episode, without necessarily calling it out all the time. That's what I do on my Snap stories whenever I watch Law and Order, because I'm not allowed to, because I get really scared of the world. Even though it's like all based in New York, I'm just kind of like, the rest of the world is like SVU. They have an SVU in every state. Every state's like that. Every state's like the boroughs of New York. Everywhere is dangerous. Keep your set of keys in your hands. Always ready. Brass knuckles. On point. Wig sewn in. Keeping it on. No one's gonna snatch my hair today. Or my virginity. Or whatever. So, where was I? And this is why I won't have a script. Isn't this great? Isn't this a great experience? Just listening to me ramble and go on nowhere? Absolutely nowhere. I know it is. You're welcome. But, out of kindness in my heart, we're never going to find out where that train went. It just left the station. It drove at like 85 miles per hour, and the camera switched. You don't know where that train went now. You don't know if it made it to its destination or went off the tracks. It's just gone. It's just gone from sight. We're in a completely new area now. So, with that being said, this is already like 8 minutes of audio, almost 9, and I don't know how to cut any of this out because none of it matters, but all of it's important, so I'm just gonna leave it in. Every day is a lesson learned! So yeah, just, I guess a final note. I don't want to have to say, like, comment, subscribe, all that. If you want to do that, that's cool. I appreciate it. I definitely, appreciate anybody who looks at this and leaves, constructive criticism or anything like that, because it's good. It's good stuff, man. If you want to frame it as you're trash, this is what you need to do to get better, I'm going to be offended. Not offended. I'm going to be sad. And I'm just going to look at how to get better. When I mess up, I like to look at my mistakes and do better. So, any of that would be good. That'd be great. Because I do want to get better for my sake. I want to be able to watch these later and be like, God, I sounded super dumb, and realize why, and fix it. And then have the comments later on telling me you did good. I tried to make a webcomic last year, and I kept on, every time I would start a new chapter, I would think, I wonder how people are going to react to it. I wonder what people are going to say underneath. I wonder if they're going to love this as much as I do. So I fell off of it because I thought too much about what people wanted, and it threw me out of my head, and it made me like really stressed. So I stopped. So with this, I'm going to try not to think like that so much or as much. Like, I'm definitely going to have to be cognizant of people because of what I do and because of who I am. But at the same time, I don't want to be so censored. That was what I wanted to talk about the most. And I'm not going to because this video is long at this point. But what I do want to talk about the next time, if I make another audio video, which I hopefully will, or hopefully should, please hold me by that, is that I am scared of being censored because I am pretty non-politically correct. I'm just too dumb to be politically correct. So that's a topic for another video. Yeah, I appreciate the 11 to 12 minutes of your life that you shared listening to me. May not know your name or who you are, but I appreciate you. May your life be filled with sunshine until the next time you do something that has to do with me. Play the goodbye song. Amani, no problem, I got it. Yay, I'm really bad at goodbyes. Goodbye.
Just hear the goodbye song. You might wonder what's gone wrong. It has been a while and I feel it's time that I move to something new. You might miss me for